I became a Christian in 1998. That's when I started following Jesus. And the first thing I did when I became a Christian is I went and spoke to the guy who was the leader of the church at the time. And he said, what do you believe as a Christian? Good question. And I cobbled together a few sentences. And then he said, okay, that's nice. What would you say if you had an hour? If somebody asked you that question, if you had an hour to answer why do you follow Jesus? And I couldn't think of anything at all. But a really good answer would have been, I'd have read out Mark's Gospel, because you can read Mark in about an hour. But the thing is, Mark is the most influential piece of literature that has ever been written anywhere in the world by anybody. And that's because it's about the most influential person who has ever lived, in Jesus. And so we have this exciting opportunity the next 10 weeks as a church. We're going to get into that text. 16 short chapters. We're going to read through it, we're going to preach on it, talk about it, get it into our minds. And there are two things that I want us to get out of this. One is I'd love to see us surprised by Jesus. Lots of us are very familiar with Jesus. Some of us know a little bit about Jesus, but I think we can all be surprised by the Jesus that we find in this text. The second thing is Mark says a lot about what it looks like to follow Jesus. And again, some of that will be extremely surprising to some of us, whether we've been a Christian for 5 minutes or 30 years or whether we've never set foot in church before. So I think this is an amazing opportunity, and over the next 10 weeks we're going to have different ways to engage. We're going to be talking about it every Sunday. Our learning community on a Tuesday evening, we're going to be filling in the rest of Mark that we didn't do on the Sunday. Partnership groups are going to look at it. We're going to give you resources to look at. I'd love it if everybody just read Mark for themselves. As I said, it only takes an hour. And I think that this could be a really pivotal time for us as a church, but also individually, just again, looking at this character Jesus, the most influential person who ever lived, this inspiring character. Mark's first line says that he's the Messiah and he's the Son of God. And he then has to spend 16 chapters telling us why he thinks that's the case. And it ends with Jesus dying and then rising again. And that's where we're going to end on Easter Sunday, with that amazing thing, the man who said he was God, died and rose again, and leaves us with something to do about it.